Hi everyone, and welcome to the Aries January 2023 Illumination reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot, a place for you to better connect with and illuminate your own personal spiritual importance. So hi everyone and welcome. For those of you who are new to my channel, thank you so much for watching. For those of you who are returning, you'll notice that this is a little different of a reading. I'm actually going to shorten these readings a bit so that I can start to do one reading per sign a week. I find that the messages are a little bit more clear and concise when we're looking at a shorter window of time. And I think it's helpful. It's nice to have a weekly message for ourselves. So we're going to be taking a look at what are going to be some of maybe the challenges coming up for you and what you're actually meant to illuminate and unlock for yourself this week as well. So any opportunities coming in. All right, so right off the bat, we have Two of Cups, very positive energy. This is the energy that you're coming in with, Aries, which I love. It's one where you're getting to that beautiful, vulnerable place of wanting to share yourself authentically with others in a very fair and balanced way. This is equal partnership. And then we have, in your external environment, Page of Pentacles, which I like. This is the kind of fact-finding energy. It's someone who's willing to kind of go out with a childlike sense of curiosity as to what can I do with this? So, what can I do with my one pentacle? And how can I get more information on it? Now, what I'm seeing here as we kind of look at the past moving into what you're currently experiencing, the present. In the past, we have a very similar kind of fact-finding energy. The Page of Swords is one where we are from a mental place trying to gain clarity and context as to a new truth or something that is coming up that requires us to possibly look at it from a new perspective. And with the Six of Wands coming in, there was some level of success, or perhaps maybe for some of you, you were trying to gain clarity as to what you saw as success, what you wanted to be seen for in this way. And with the Nine of Wands, this is speaking to getting to that place where you're a little exhausted. You've taken a lot of action and you've come a long way to get to this point. But now you're kind of at this place of like, I waited a long time to get the recognition I've wanted. And at this point, I'm a little burned out. Now I'm going to pull some cards here to see what else is coming in. But I think what you're going to find, and I'm just kind of picking up this intuitively, is that for many of you, there's going to be an ease of that feeling the more that you openly connect and share yourself with others. And perhaps you haven't done that in a while. Maybe you had to close yourself off for a time because there was, we all go through difficult periods. Maybe there was something that happened that you had to put up a boundary around your heart, or a boundary around your time, or a boundary around however you decide to openly share yourself with another or with others. And I think at this point, this is kind of the breaking point. With the Nine of Wands, this speaks to getting very close to the closing out of a major cycle. You're one wand or one step of action away from putting down a major burden, putting down the burden of this entire cycle up to this point. So whatever you've carried on your shoulders here. So let's go ahead and see, what does Aries need to know about any challenges and blocks, and then advice from Spirit as to how to overcome them for the week. Now, the Page of Pentacles in your external environment, this could really speak to, there might be individuals around you who kind of have this youthful curious nature, who may be trying to help get something off the ground or give you more information about something. Or this could be actually the energy that you're bringing, that you're the one kind of coming forward with this curious, optimistic attitude. And you're the one who's like, let's see what else we can do with this place of work, or let's see what else we can do with this little gift of money that I have, because again, the pentacles can refer to anything in the tangible. And this is, when you look at it, it's almost like he's holding the seed or holding the coin, and he's like, what can I do with this? So I think for many of you, there's a point here of kind of almost like resetting to see you have something of value to yourself. whether it's a new job, whether it's, a little bit of money saved, something along those lines. And now it's time to connect that with others, or connect yourself with others, to really help kind of start the journey as to, okay, what am I going to do with this? And I think there's a kind of a point here where you guys are like, but I'm so exhausted. I don't know if I can do that again. I don't know if I can put extra energy into a new relationship or rekindling an old one, or I don't know if I can work any more overtime than I already am or have. And with the Eight of Wands coming in, I can understand that. Eight of Wands is fast moving energy. This is like, man, the pace is picking up. It's time to go. And you're like, ugh, but I just can't. I'm exhausted. And this is saying, it's time for you to lean on others right now. It's time for you to, and I think many of you want to emotionally connect. You want to connect, and there's energy moving forward to help you do this. But I do still feel that for many of you, you're kind of like, ugh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to. So let's see what else wants to come in for you. Your cards are slow to come out here. Let's see. What does Aries need to know about? Okay, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, something to do with, I think you're exhausted in your day-to-day. The Two of Pentacles are those little things, all the little things we do in our day-to-day. It's the juggling of the tasks. It can also speak to the routine that you have. And for many of you, something around your routine is changing, or is going to need to change. Leo had a very similar message come through, but in a slightly different way. And for you guys, I think it's more about, in order to keep up with the pace, there's going to need to be a re-evaluation of what you do, and perhaps having to lean on others to help you, that you can't do it all yourself. No one is meant, we're not an island. We don't live on an island. We're not meant to do everything ourselves. So I think at this point, in order to keep up with the fast-moving energy that's coming in here, that it's time for you to really reevaluate and prioritize. Because that's the other thing with the Two of Pentacles. It's prioritizing. The individual is kind of juggling two coins, and this indicates often that there needs to be a choice. That one task needs to be prioritized over another. And this could look like, as we're looking at the energy of the week, this could look very simply as you sitting down openly with your partner, or it could be even your boss at work, or somebody who you work with, or a family member, and just saying, we have to, something came in, all of this happened suddenly, and there's 5 tasks. I can do 2 of them. I'm going to need you to help me do 2, and maybe we can split one. Something along those lines. Because we have the Queen of Pentacles at the heart of your reading, which I love. This is what Spirit's asking you to embrace. And the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is able to really see what is important. She's the one who's able to see, okay, what do I prioritize between these 2 pentacles? This is the one. And she sits in that energy of knowing, if I just am patient and I give dedicated time and energy to this one task or this one pentacle, it will eventually grow into what we need, or what I need it to become. It's really the energy of the, patiently pregnant waiting mother, where she knows there's going to be at some point something that will be, she'll give birth to that child, but she knows as she's waiting that there are things that need to be prioritized. Her health needs to be prioritized. There are certain things in her routine that need to change to be able to positively impact the child that is, growing, and will positively impact in the long run, the child once they come into the world. So kind of using that as a analogy here, there is something here around really getting clear as to what you want to nurture into existence, prioritizing that, leaning on others, because the pace is picking up. And what's beautiful on the other side of this is that then we have the Queen of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Queen of Wands is a fiery, magical energy. This is when we tap into that inner witch that lies within us, and we say, we're going to make it happen. We're going to make this, situation, or what I love, what I'm passionate about. This is like almost like the individual who sits there and goes outside and looks at their empty flower bed and is like, man, I wish that this was just full of beautiful, blooming flowers. And she just says, you know what? I'm going to make it happen. Bing! let's have roses of every color. And suddenly she, through her passion, because that's what she wants, she can see it in her mind's eye, that she literally waves her wand and there it is. And it doesn't mean that she literally waves her wand. It means that through her passion, she decides to take action. So maybe she drives down to the local flower shop and buys, like in that moment, she makes a decision, I'm going to go buy these flowers. And she comes home and she spends the afternoon planting all these plants. And by the next day, it looks like it's magic. Maybe her neighbors didn't see her out there planting and they could drive by from one day to the next and suddenly there's a whole flower bed full of blooming flowers. And I think that's what you don't realize, that the pace is picking up so much that something is going to dramatically change in your environment from just prioritizing simply one thing in your life at this moment, like at this week. Sorry, let me get clear on that. Because then we have the Six of Pentacles, and that's where there is a true balance coming into play here in your physical experience. It's really where we learn about how sometimes we have to give. We have to give to others. We have to give of our time and energy. And sometimes we have to be in a place of receptivity, of where we have to allow others to give to us. And there's a beautiful chance for that to be rebalanced here. And for you really to see, what is my time and energy worth? And what is that worth back to me with somebody, through what I get paid at work, through, how much I have to take on at home. It's those kinds of things. Because ultimately what you're looking at here is really deciding which pentacle you want to start to curiously go out and learn more about, so that you can adopt this Queen of Pentacles energy. There's a patient quality here, which seems kind of counterintuitive, right, Aries? That here the pace is picking up, go, go, go. Aries, generally you tend to be a sign that wants to go, go, go. And yet everything is telling you to slow down, be patient, work your magic one step at a time. And everything will balance out and be fine. So really kind of keep that in mind, that I think this week it's all about really leaning on others, or sharing openly with others what you can and cannot take on. Also, what you are nurturing yourself into existence. Love it. King of Coins. Yeah, mastering the physical. For many of you, this could actually be quick movement towards this. It's an interesting thing. So this happened as well in Aquarius's reading, where there's like a divine masculine and feminine coming in here. We have the King of Coins and we have the Queen of Coins, which in this deck is the Pentacles. But so there is something here about kind of, I think, the push here. The energy forward is for you to get into the masculine, to want to push forward, push forward, push forward. And it's saying, actually, no, slow it down and be in a state of receptivity, where you are receiving possibly help from others, where you are delegating, where you are saying, this could actually be for some of you, where you might be getting, if this is work related, that you're getting a message from your boss to take on a new project. And this new project is going to mean that you have to prioritize it over all the other things that you do. And so it's telling you to then get into a state of receptivity, where then you might have to go back to your manager, your coworkers, and say, guys, I'm so sorry, but from the Mr. Boss Man at the top, this is what I have to prioritize, and I really have to do it. I'm sorry, I can't do all these other little things, so I hope that you can, maybe answer the incoming emails for the week or something like that. Now, if it's in a relationship, same kind of thing. You might feel like with this incoming energy, like, okay, I got to get back in there and make it happen. Yeah, with the Nine of Wands, there's the exhaustion point. There's something here, again, here's where the Nine of Wands. You're exhausted and you don't feel like you want to keep going. Because you've had to keep pushing. You're the one that has to keep earning money. You're the one that has to, pay all the bills and put your time and energy into something. or you're exhausted around an individual who adopts that energy. And you're like, look, I just, this could literally be being burned out around, a boss. if this is work related. This could also be around maybe being burned out by being so money focused in your life, that there's somebody in your life that is so money focused. And this is saying, this is about kind of, instead of pushing forward to make something grow or to get more money, this is saying it's time to kind of look at it in the reverse of where can you start to, through dedicated attention, grow something and kind of slow yourself down here. So for the Two of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's an energy here around really knowing how far you've come, knowing what you can and cannot take on, and also understanding too how strong you are and knowing like what you are truly capable of. Many of you are truly capable of balancing multiple things. This can be a card of multitasking as well. But does that mean that you have to multitask? With the Queen of Swords, this might come up as a story, and she might say, remember the last time you burned yourself out where you took it all on yourself? You're like, yeah, you're a great multitasker, but do you have to do it all yourself? Remember when you made that pact with yourself 2 jobs ago that you wouldn't be the one to do everything? Or same thing in a relationship. Maybe maybe you were trying to figure out, where something was going wrong in a relationship, and you finally did, and you realize it was because I was the one doing everything. And I think maybe for some of you, you're getting close to maybe doing it again. And this is a beautiful chance to revisit that, to kind of put your foot down and say, no, I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to make sure that I get paid if I'm asked to do more work, or I'm going to make sure that I, remind my husband. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles for the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's massive confirmation right there. Slow down. Be patient. It will come to be. Anytime we sit there and we are patient and we put that dedicated time and energy into growing something in the physical, it comes to be. And then the Queen of Wands says, and then you got to come in and you kind of breathe life into it. It isn't about you have Death coming in here, which is very interesting. I'm going to pull another card and see what else wants to come in. Yeah, Death. This is truly recovering from disappointment. I think for some of you, that fiery part of yourself, because this is your energy, Aries, this is you. Queen of Wands is your energy in the tarot. I think for many of you, what you're realizing is that there's been a part of yourself that died. Not physically, not literally, meaning that fire within you was extinguished at some point due to a very disappointing experience. And this is 5 of Cups. When you think about cups, this is your emotional state. And you think about cups being filled with water. Well, if you poured a cup of water onto a flame, it would extinguish it. And I think for many of you, there's a realization that whatever burned you out here, and whether you were the one constantly, all the weight of the world was on you to financially make your experience work, to hold on to this masculine energy of the King of Coins. I have to be the one to keep focused on money and making money and holding up bear all the responsibilities of the physical. Or this is someone in your life who is this. This could be a boss who all they care about is the bottom line, and they don't care that you don't have any time for your passions because you're working 100% of the time. Or this could be just any other individual who's just pushing and pushing and pushing and not giving you anything in return, or not caring enough about you and what you wanted. And there's something here around, there's a part of your fire that was extinguished, and it was based on something that was very disappointing to you. And there's an individual here, he's looking at the 3 cups that spilled, but there's still the 2 cups behind him. And there was always some support, whether it was, maybe you had a tough time in a relationship, and this was the family members or the friends who helped support you during that time. But you can't actually look at that because you're too focused on what didn't work previously. And this is really inviting you to get back to the 2 of Cups, to realize the support you have, to realize that there are others probably in your workplace who are willing to take on the extra tasks because they see your fire, they see your dedication. There's almost an element here with the Queen of Pentacles coming in here twice. There's a rededication to something maybe that you were on the fence about. Yeah, 5 of Swords and Ace of Cups. For some of you, you're pushing away love. Just to be perfectly honest with that coming in with the 6 of, you're pushing away someone who wants to come in and actually help you. That there may be someone in your workplace, maybe it wasn't always before, maybe you're in a new workplace and and now you're like, somebody wants to come in and say, look, like we've seen how hard you've worked. Like we want to give you time off. And you're like, no, I can't take time off. Like so much is happening and I have to do it. And if I don't get all the deadlines met, then, and they're like, no, like the job will still be here. There's other people who can, like, we want to give you that week off to go clear your head and enjoy yourself. You seem exhausted. And you're like, whoa, thank you. Or other people in your home environment. This could be a significant other who's like, sweetheart, like you don't have to do it all. I know you have, but now you get a chance. Like, I love you. Your family loves you. And you're like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. Like, and it's like, no. Remember, slow and steady. And it's almost like maybe like you rededicate yourself to, growing something in your business, or you rededicate yourself to growing your home and family life again. And you slow yourself down to really say, you know what, you're right. I can't do it all. And I really want this to happen for our family. So I'm going to prioritize this. And thank you so much for offering to do the other things. It's a beautiful energy. And that allows you then to go out and embrace this energy, which is, okay, now that I've chosen that pentacle or that one thing I really want to slow down and nurture, what am I going to do with that? What else maybe do I not know that I can go out and start gaining more information around? So I really like that for you. But yeah, this could also be just pushing away love. This could be pushing away new love. This could be where maybe you've been so focused on just like saving and earning money and working your way up in the, whatever your career field. And suddenly somebody's wanting to come in and say like, hey, like knock, I want to share my cup with you. And you're like, no. I gotta, make partner by next year. So, and you know what, like the person I was with before really hurt me. And so like, don't even, this energy is, let's see where this goes. This is the let's see where this goes. So keep that as a motto for this week. Let's see where this goes. If you get offered that chance to take some time off, yeah, take it. Let's see where this goes. If you get a chance to, have your partner step up and take on a few extra things in your life, and say, yeah, let's see where this goes. If you have somebody who wants to come in and go on a date with you, yeah, let's see where this goes. Okay, I'm going to pull a final card here from the Power of Surrender deck. I love this deck for me personally. I actually pull one of these cards for myself every day, so that's my routine. Let's see, what does... Ooh, Aries need to know. Love it. Perfect message to end this reading. So surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Yeah. If you're tired, let someone else come in and help you. If you want to prioritize something else, then it's time to start prioritizing that and to make it known to others so that others can help you in this process. And so that you get a chance to benefit from the Ace of Cups. This is a new connection to love. Whether this is a new connection to love and support in your workplace, a new connection to love between you and a current partner, between you and your family, or between you and a new person wanting to come in. It's time to release people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. All right, I'm going to leave that there for you this week. I hope it's an empowering message, Aries. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my website to learn more about me and the services I offer. Otherwise, I will see you all next week in your next illumination reading. Lots of love, Aries, on your personal spiritual journey forward. Bye, everyone.